Lately, I've been discussing some things that really truly needs to have a lot of emphasis placed on it, especially from the law and the way that the law works, um, especially from the Deuteronomy passages. Um, and of course, from the Deuteronomy passages, the main one I've been trying to show people is the how the law works from the lesser to the greater, and it basically works on status. Okay, so I'm going to cover two things here. Number one, I'm going to cover being a good husband, and also knowing what the law says, because literally a lot of whoredoms that are going on since the advent. And I'm gonna put it like this: since the advent of Pastor Dow actually coming out and telling people about the biblical understanding of polygyny. Some people jumped the gun prior to me actually speaking on it, and other people, they felt like that now they're going to exercise their so-called quote-unquote Hebrew or Hebraic right without understanding, without comprehension. Of course, then there's been a lot of devastation that's going on. Over in Deuteronomy 23, I'm going to show you something, how the law works, okay? I'm going to go here for a second. Deuteronomy 23, and I'm going to go to verse 17. All right, it says, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. All right, we know that both of these are dealing with sins, okay? Now, that is also talking about in the comprehension and understanding that you're not to take your daughter and prostitute her out in Israel. And at the same time, you're not to also take that defiled money and use it as an offering to give to the priest as well, or whatever the case may be. And when it's saying whoredoms, or you shouldn't whore or prostitute out a daughter, also it preferences that with being a sodomite. That's pretty much letting you know that there's a sin tied to this. All right. So since a woman is in Israel, a true Israelite woman is designed to be taken care of from cradle to grave. She is not to ever be prostituted out or have recreational sex as people do today. Some people think that there's no sin involved when you go out and you have sex with a woman and both of them are consenting adults. No, that's Gentile understanding and law. But according to Hebraic custom, a woman was designed to be taken care of from cradle to grave. She was under the headship of a father, and after she's under the headship of a husband. If she's not under any headship, then she's prostituting herself out. She's actually committing whoredoms. And the man that lays with her is actually committing whoredoms as well. All right? He is a whoremonger, and she is a whore, basically. So all this uncovenant sex that goes on, you people better get a grasp of it, because I'm telling you, Yah is flat out going to judge you for that. Now, mind you, the law doesn't say anything about a woman who has been married for the second time. If she had received a bill of divorce and she's married again, there's no law that's saying that she's a whore or a prostitute or anything like that, because it's not a sin. And so people try to levy sins and put sins to where the law is totally silent on. So if you can't prostitute any of the daughters of Israel, that goes all the way across the board. That means your wife, your daughter, your niece, whoever it is, and including your son. Not even I know it sounds sick today. It is sick. When you see sodomy, I mean, both of these are sins that you're going to be held accountable for. And of course, people today, they go out and they just go ahead and have all this sex because men desire sex, women desire sex, because it's a natural thing, but they're not doing it right. And that's the reason why you see me over and over again, especially during Sabbath, making examples and showing examples, the way things should be done. Some people can wait, some can't. You can wait if you was under authority. And what people don't want today is be under authority. Now, if you're going to learn how to be a good husband, the only way you're ever going to learn how to be a good husband is you're going to have to watch a man, follow a man that is a good husband. Period. Love, come here for a second.
Yes, sir.
All right, because I'm going to have all three of my shies to chime in on this for a second. You can just talk. You don't have to get in the video, okay? Come closer so they can pick you up. All right, so this is my shy right here. This is Mama Nelly, okay? Mama Nelly, I know I'm catching you off guard and everything here right now, but what constitutes a Hebraic man in your eyes, and you can use me as an example if you want, to be what you would call a good husband to a woman, a child?
To me, a good husband is a man that is an authoritative man with good character traits. That means a man that goes out, works to provide a good, stable income that will not only provide for himself, his child, but the children, and even monies enough to help others. That is a man with much strength. To me, that's a good man. A man that is selfless. A man that is always thinking of others and not only himself first. And a man that respects his Ishaiah by communicating. A man that constantly wants to know if the wife is doing well, spiritually, physically, emotionally. A man that has care to know if everything that she needs is being provided. Because a woman can only fulfill her duty if a man is fulfilling his duty. Mm-hmm. And you know when a man is doing his job when you see the woman and you see her well-roundedly healthy, emotionally content, then you know the man is doing his job. When you see the children behaving well, you know the man is doing his job because the wife is able to do her job effectively. That to me is a good man.
All right, and Mama Nelly put it good, and she she really said a bunch of key things in there. Thank you very much. Yes. She said a bunch of key things in there, and the biggest thing I would say out of all of what I just got finished hearing from her is the communication, the exchange of flow of information, because I'm constantly assessing, how their well-being, what they are, because it doesn't make you a weak man when you're concerned about the spiritual state of your Ashaya. You have to be. Because the Bible says clearly that no man ever beats his own body. No man ever abuses, at least he shouldn't abuse his own body. And your wife is pretty much your own body. And so the way you take care of yourself is the same way you should be able to take care of your wife. That doesn't mean that she's not going to be reproved, rebuked, corrected, instructed, exhorted. All that is part and parcel of it. But a man has to be able to, and you can really truly tell at successful marriages, and some of them are stage playing, some of them are putting on the show. There are a lot of marriages in Israel to where when they get out in the public forum, they look like the model marriage, but behind closed doors, you have a woman challenging the man, you have a woman, just overstepping her bounds and authority. It's just hypocrisy. But a man has to communicate. Now, we said that. Let's go back. I made this 2-in-1 video, so you get a 2-for-1 special here today. We're not ever in Israel, and that's why we try to help protect you women. There's a lot of men and women in this ministry that they really have a need to get married. They want to get, really. But if you don't do it the right way, you're going to end up in disaster. And there's been a lot of disastrous marriages that we haven't had anything to do with, because for some reason, people want my information. They want the knowledge that I have, but they don't want me or any of my shires trying to do what we can to help, because we need strong marriages in Israel in order to bring about and make a stable families. All right, so anyway, I hope it said something in this particular short video right here to stimulate some type or some kind of thought. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your support, each and every last one of you out there. And remember, if you're donating and giving by Patreon, remember, friends and family, donate that way so that they don't take a fee from you. And also so that this wicked, defiant Uncle Sam doesn't turn around and charge me more taxes and giving out more Federal Reserve notes to such a wicked system.